Welcome back to my channel, Josie Sports Nation. If you haven't already, definitely hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell. What I want to talk about today is Simone Biles. Now, I did a live video yesterday talking about this matter, but I needed to address a few more things in regards to it. Now, if you all know, she quit on her team. It wasn't nothing physical. She just said she wasn't in the right headspace to do it. And she had a press conference, which she told everyone that she maybe she'll feel better another day, but she's fighting some demons. Now, looking at her team, and you could tell that they had a little work when in regards to PR, how to do interviews, but I read outside the lines and they were pissed. One of the girls said she was very shocked and emotional, but they had to come together. Tell me what that means. You're quitting on us. We're going to lose the gold. These people worked their whole lives to make the team and get the gold for their country. For a lot of people, this country means something to them. I don't know. Now, Simone is one of the best, if not the best gymnast we ever saw. She has the most medals, but people only remember the worst thing you've done. It's going to play in history. Maybe not this time, though, because let me ask you a question. Is this a double standard? Much as women want what men have, they want the status, they want the money, but they don't want to deal with what men deal with. Now, most athletes do go through some type of mental issue dealing with the pressures. But my thing is, don't do it then. No one is holding a gun to your head to do it. If this was another country, Russia and China, they're not going to play with someone just quitting. Any other country, Philippines, it means something to them. It's a lot deeper when it comes to Olympics. They bring their best people forward to see if who's the best in the country. Wars, sports, education. And I'm just pissed because this didn't start now. This started years ago with everybody get a trophy. We are so weak as human beings right now. Yes, this is a sport, but you got to read between the lines here. This is about life. Life is not about quitting. People going to die in your family. Most people still have to work. No matter what happens in their family, they have to work every day to keep food on the table. When you have a child, you can't just abort that child. You got to take care of the kid. People just giving up. What did that show to the little girl who want to get out of her situation? Because Simone Biles, you looked up to Dominique Dawes. Dominique Dawes did not quit on her team. It meant something to her. We have to learn how to fight. Because if you don't fight, someone's going to take over you. That's just the way it is. You got to fight for everything you get, especially as an African American. You didn't act like that a couple years ago when you wanted to make it. But now you see how it is when you got everything and you're just not happy. That's what it is. And also, you don't want to get criticized. You got Naomi Osaka, who's scared to get criticized. Don't want to talk to the media. We became weak individuals, and this is definitely a double standard. You know how many male athletes have to deal with something that they did in the past, some mistake that they made on the court or on the field? The media never lets it down. Roberto Duran, he quit in the middle of the fight and really couldn't even go back to his country when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. Ben Simmons just played a playoff game and he went up for a layup and was scared to get fouled and passed it. It was an open layup, but he was so scared he passed the ball. He got a lot of scrutiny for that. Did anybody say anything about his mental health? Scottie Pippen, for years, 30 years to be exact, Scottie Pippen quit on his team. They go back into the locker room after Tony Kukoc hit the game-winning shot. Bill Cartwright and the rest of the team is crying, and they're looking at him, why would you quit on us? Yes, it's one thing if it's for you. But when you're fighting for the team, you cannot quit on the team. You could have gave that spot to somebody else. You knew you were feeling like this before. This just did not happen today. If you didn't want to attend these Olympics, no one would have been upset at you. You took a spot from another girl who wanted it. We have to stop as people catering to these women. We really do. If you want to be like us, then you have to deal with what men have to deal with. We are in a weak society where people's using this mental health break. What happened to our parents? They didn't have to have a mental health break. They had to keep on going. You just got to keep fighting. When we were born, we were fighters. Can you imagine if you were trying to walk and you decided I ain't want to walk anymore, I just want to crawl because it's too hard? This stuff is learned. When you're kids, you feel like you could do anything. You could go through anything. Not now. This is what you wanted. I don't support quitters. I don't care if you lose. You could lose bad, but you learn from losing. LeBron James is going to have to live for the fact that he quit on his team when they were playing the Celtics and left there, and when he was playing for Miami and lost to Dallas when he quit on his team. Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. He had to live with, he quit on his team when the Suns versus LA in Game 7 in 2006. And Kobe Bryant only shot 3 shots. And the media destroyed him. James Harden is another one. Game 6 against the Spurs. He folded. But you know what about America? We love stories when you fight through adversity. That's what inspires America. You remember Isaiah Thomas played in a playoff game and his sister died, I believe either the day of or the day before. And he went out and played and scored 50 points. You don't think he was going through something with his little sister dying? Queen Latifah, she had to keep on going. She bought her brother a motorcycle when she just had her success. And he dies on that motorcycle. She had to live with that for the rest of her life, but she kept on going. Inspire someone else. You can tell people, hey, I was dealing with something, but I fought through it. I respect that. Jay-Z's another one. He bought his nephew a motorcycle. He dies on a motorcycle. People die every day. You don't think that's stressful enough? I know that it is hard to fight for a country if anything. But what about them soldiers? What if the soldiers quit on us? Because it's stressful. What if the owners quit on you at your job and they say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to sell the company. And now you're out of a job. If you want to quit, then give the money back that you're getting for endorsements. You said you were the GOAT. See, that's what the problem with people. Stop claiming stuff that you don't want no part of. If you're going to sit there and say you're the GOAT, then you're going to get criticized. Paul George, they called him Performance P, or what was it, Pandemic P. They called him that because he wasn't performing right. You know how stressful that is on his mental health? But they won't call you women anything. They'll just give you praise. Oh, girl, that's so good. You're doing a good thing. You got to get your mental health. It's over. It's done. If you want to be a woman in athletics, or you want to be in a boss's position, you got to step up like a boss. Yes, she's great. But my thing is, again, she should not have played. She should have took a rest. But once you make a decision, you have to go with it. Think about her team. They're really hurt. I know it's hard. This is the world we live in. You're going to get criticized. One thing I really didn't like was when she got criticized for her hair when she first got on the scene by her own people. That was disrespectful, and I'm pretty sure that brought a lot of mental stress on her life. Also, Simone talked about her experience living in that house with a bunch of gymnasts who didn't look like her. That's stressful in itself. But you gotta keep fighting. Tell me what you think about this video. Leave your comments below, and I'll see you on the next video.